Griffiths here, co-founder of Smallville. How you doing? Happy new financial year. It's rolled around again. I don't know about you, but it's the end of financial year. It's always a bit of a drag. What does it really mean? It's a hassle. We've got to kind of ring off our books, ring off our tills, do all that stuff. There's that line in the sand that by the 30th of June, if you don't do this, the world's going to explode. And of course, there's nothing like that at all. Anyway, I want to share with you 7 kind of ideas, tips, strategies, whatever you want to call them, to take advantage of the end of the financial year, even though we're into July now. The whole idea of this being, it's just an arbitrary line in the sand, but it's a great line in the sand for us to do other things in our business. Before I talk about those, and I'm going to do it, it's only going to be a couple of minutes, this video, but I just want to say I'm always surprised when I hear people go, oh wow, I turned over X amount of money last financial year, like it's a surprise. Seriously, if you're not measuring your turnover and your profitability, I might add, every single month, then there's something wrong with what you're doing. Okay, you've got to know your numbers. You've got to know what you're doing. Accruingly, by the time you get to the 30th of June, it shouldn't be a surprise. You should know what you're turning over. You should know how much profit you've made. So that's a little bit of an alarm bell. If you feel like that, don't beat yourself up. Just go, well, maybe I need to take better control of my finances and not have a talk to my accountant once a year or my bookkeeper once a year. That's the numbers you need to know on a monthly basis. Anyway, 7 strategies for me, end of financial year, line in the sand, what do you do? The first thing, I think, here we are, a couple of days into July, or whenever you're watching this, might be a bit further down the line, but you've got to use the end of financial year as a time to stop, take a step back, okay? It's a time for review. It's that wonderful moment where there's a finish, okay? It's a cleaning up, it's an ending as such, and the beginning of something new. It's a time to step back and reflect. And I'm going to say to you, right here, right now, whatever you're doing, find half an hour and reflect on the year that was, okay? Reflect on a range of different things, which I'll talk about some of those, but make the time to do some reflection. If you don't learn, if you don't reflect on what you did well, what you didn't do well, those things during the year, then how do you ever learn? How do you ever grow in your business? And reflection to me is something I use a lot, and it's one of the greatest kind of tools, but it's hard because we're also flaming busy. So anyway, that's number 1. Take a step back, okay? Find a quiet place, get the information in front of you, and do some reflection. Number 2. What's worked in the last 12 months for you? What's actually worked during your financial year? You know, what products or services have really worked? Start to pull the numbers apart a bit. Have you got stuff in there that doesn't work? Why the hell are you selling that? But have you got unexpected stuff that's going really well? Another real issue in here is you've got to deal with facts, not with what I think. And a lot of time in business, oh, that product sold really well. You look at the numbers and go, no, it didn't. It actually cost you money to have that. Look at that kind of stuff. Identify what's really worked in your business, and in the year ahead, do more of it. Okay, not rocket science, is it? Do more of what's worked. Okay, step number 3. End of financial year is a great time to make changes in your business. So say you want to put up your prices, or if you want to try a new product or end a product line or something like that, people are really understanding when you use the excuse, oh, it's a new financial year. But okay, it's a new financial year. Like that actually kind of means something. It means nothing to anyone. But for some reason, it gives us permission to, especially when it comes to putting up prices, especially when it comes to making changes that are probably not that popular with your audience or with your customer base. Blame it on the new year, okay? Sorry, look, I've got to put my prices into financial year. Oh, okay, yeah, we understand. Utilize that to your advantage. Okay, number 4 here, it's a great opportunity to reset your goals, okay? That's what I look at. So, well, okay, last year our goals for turnover with this, and make this your business goals, but also your personal goals. And if you've got a team, you know, make sure that their goals are reset. What are their sales targets? What are their objectives? What are the things that they need to achieve? What are their key performance indicators? Look at all of those things, reset everything based on what happened last year. Okay, so you want to try and reset, but a lot of time we just keep going along. I believe, again, a really important element in business success is to be pushing the bar, raising the bar, pushing ourselves that little bit each year. You know, don't just aim to do the same next year as you did this year financially or last year. Put it up by 10%, 20%, increase your marketing, do whatever it takes, but reset the goals. And with your personal goals, what do you want to achieve in the coming year? In your business, sure, but also personally. Do you want to have more downtime? Do you want to have more uptime? What is it that you want to do? Well, I want to spend more time with my customers. I'm going to spend more time personal developing. I'm going to spend more time professionally developing. You know, whatever it might be, now's the time to write down those goals, reset them from where you're at, and then implement. Number 5, it's also a great time to reinvigorate your team and yourself. I suggest even trying to get away for a day, a few days together and reflect on the year that was, all the stuff that we were talking about. Particularly if you've got a team, take a step back, reflect what worked, what didn't work, why didn't that work, what could we have done better, what are the changes that we need to be putting into the business now, get involvement from your team, reset our goals, what do we want to put as goals together. Utilize the team, utilize everyone to actually be a part of that process, not just you doing it on a solitary basis if you can, but reinvigorate, thank everyone, hey, we've achieved this. And look, if it wasn't a good year last year, same thing though, you've got to talk about, well, let's be open and honest, it was a lousy year. What do we learn from it? What are we going to do better? How do we avoid making those mistakes in the year ahead? So that's number 1. That's number 5, reinvigorate. Number 6, new financial year is a great time to reconnect with your customers, particularly if you're in a client kind of environment where you're providing a service, consulting, advising, whatever it might be, where you can also then kind of talk to your clients, talk to your customers, what have they got planned for the year ahead? How do you fit into their plans? What do they need from you? What are their expectations? What extra skills do they need you to have? How much are they planning to spend on your services in the next 12 months? Get an idea. These are all mature conversations that we should feel absolutely comfortable having with our clients. Absolutely comfortable. And all too often we don't. We sit there and we kind of wait and hope that they'll throw us a bone or hope that they'll do something. We shouldn't be hoping for anything in business. We should know what's coming by having more mature conversations. But the only way we do that is we reconnect with our customers. We're engaging with them. We're a part of their business. We're helping them, whatever it might be. Now, if you're not in that kind of environment, say you're in a retail environment, but it's the same concept, reconnect, have a new financial year sale, a new financial year promotion, whatever it might be. Show people that you're starting the new financial year energized and invigorated, okay? Not just, it's another middle of the year, June, we're all tired and worn out. You got to move past that because everyone's tired and worn out in the middle of the year, but it's a new year. It's like January 1, treat it in the same way. The next thing, and the last one here, is number 7 of the points, and that's pick a theme for the next financial year. What is your theme going to be? We're going to do everything bigger and better. We're going to cut costs by 10%. We're going to get 25% more customers. I'm going to do less, but I'm going to do what I do better. So you might have a business theme and you might have a personal theme, but you make that the backbone of what you want to do. We're going to rationalize. Instead of 20 products, we're going to have 10 products. We're going to expand. We're going to move into this next town, or we're going to introduce this new idea. Our theme for 2017 is going to be expansion. Whatever it might be for you, and if you've got a team, come up with that collectively, because I do think it's important that it's a team kind of collaboration, then do that, and I think you'll find that works really well too. So, the 7 little thoughts there. Number 1, take a step back, okay? Number 2, figure out what's worked in the last 12 months and kind of what hasn't worked. And what does that mean, okay? Step number 3, use the new financial year to make changes, particularly perhaps unpopular changes like putting up prices. Number 4, reset your goals, reset your team's goals, and again, make them challenging enough that you've got to stretch yourself to get them. Number 5, reinvigorate yourself and your team, okay? Go somewhere, spend a day, whatever it might be. If it's just you, do the same thing. Go somewhere for a day and just use it to think about your business, all the stuff that I've been talking about. Number 6 is to reconnect with your customers, your clients. What are their plans for the year? How do you fit into their plans? What can you do to help? I think that's what we've got to be looking at, that one. And then number 7, set a theme for the year, okay? And what is your theme going to be for the coming financial year? The last thing out of those 7 points I'd like to say is also, look, just celebrate what you've achieved. Even if it hasn't been a good year, there are things in there that are worth celebrating. Figure out what they are and celebrate them. Acknowledge your team, acknowledge your customers, everyone who's played a role, your suppliers, your landlord, your internet service provider, everyone, just say thank you. Celebrate, look, it was a tough year, but hey, we achieved this. Or hey, look, it was a fantastic year. It wouldn't have been without you. Thank you. All right, that's it. That's my 7 tips to make the most of the end of financial year. Don't look at it as a hassle. Look at it as a great opportunity, and you might be surprised how that has an impact on your business. All right, Andrew Griffiths, over and out. Thank you.